Yes, people, we're back.
Yes. How we all doing? Welcome back to another stream. It feels like ages since me and you've done a stream together, man. It is ages.
It's been a long time, man. It's been a long ass time.
I know, but the international break is officially over. If you didn't see earlier on, there was another video on the channel, opposition fan preview for the upcoming fixture, which myself and Mr. Porty are going to preview now. Brighton, the first game back from the international break. We are 3 domestic defeats on the bounce. Could that be 4 tomorrow? Please God not, but we're going to talk about it all now. I want all of you lot in the chat. There's currently 80 in the building and we're only on 25 likes, man. Let's get those likes up. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and let's all have a good chat about Brighton tomorrow. So yeah, after this, go and check out the opposition fan review, but stick around for this preview with myself and Mr. Porty. Bro, the international break is over. Rodri's back. Haaland's on the score sheet for Norway. Oscar Bob getting GNA for Norway, which is pretty sick to see if you ask me. I feel a lot more satisfied going into this than I did the Wolves and Arsenal game.
Yeah, I don't know why, because we don't really have the evidence to back it up, obviously, with our run. I just, you know what it is? International break kills the vibe, innit? So now football's back. You don't really care about what has happened 2 weeks ago. You just want to see football again. You want City to come back again. So hopefully tomorrow we can smash it and just get back to winning ways. I'm glad the international break's done now. What a dry time. Not just for like football fans, for us doing content and that. International break is the worst part of the season for us. Hands down.
He's spitting facts, people. He's spitting facts.
It's the worst.
like this is our job. Obviously, we are content creators as a job, if you can call that a job, but it is. And when the international break comes along, you're kind of scrambling to make content, and we don't really want to make. We don't really want to just make crap content.
Yeah, we don't want shit content. Like, we could clickbait everything and just be like, oh, this is happening, but we don't want to do that, innit? Like, we want to give you, like, actual content. But, yeah.
Yeah, so we decided during the international break, I've lost my English, it's been that long since I did a stream, that we wouldn't push shit content. We would do Jordan did great FIFA streams, and anything that was really worth talking about, we covered. That was about it. We don't want to promote crappy content for you. So, but listen, it's all back. You said the international break can kind of like mess things up, and I think you're right. It can work 2 ways, though. I think if you're in a bit of a good period and you're winning loads of games, it can disrupt that momentum, as we spoke about in the September international break. And if you're going through a bit of a bad period, like we were before the international break, it can be a reset, like a refresh. So everybody goes away from the CFA, joins international teams, and then comes back with a different, like when you sleep on things and you get over it, you feel differently when you come back. You're not sitting on it.
Yeah,
for us as fans, we had to sit in it for 2 weeks. The Arsenal loss.
Yeah, but I'm glad because it's given us the time to get over it. I'm kind of like, I've almost forgot about the Arsenal game already. Like, it's just like, it feels so distant in the past because of how long the international break has felt, that I'm now just ready for City to go in like with fresh mindset tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Pep's come up with, because he was getting a lot of criticism for the way he set up, or the lack of way he set up before the international break. And Brighton's a good game, man. Brighton's a good game to come back to. It's no easy game, and it's no top of the league game either. It's not Arsenal, it's not Sheffield or Luton. I think it's a good, solid game to come back into, because they're kind of a mixed bag. And I said that on the opposition fan preview, and big up Ben from Seagull Social, he kind of agreed with me. Brighton could turn up tomorrow and be an absolutely outstanding looking team. They could play unbelievable football, they could bag a few goals, and they can make us really squirm, you know what I mean? Really work for whatever we get out of the game. Or else they could turn up and be the exact same they were when they got battered 6-1 by Aston Villa. So you can't really overlook them. They could come up tomorrow and have, Matoma firing down the wing. Evan Ferguson could be a handful in the box. Who else have they got? Estupinian and all these kind of guys. They've got serious ballers, this Brighton team. So it's a good, solid test for us to come back into, I think, bro.
Yeah. It's not going to be easy. I don't see this being a walk in the park in the slightest. I said this when I was in the Pep press conference reaction. I remember last time I played them at home and we won 3-1. That scoreline, I said this this afternoon as well. That scoreline did not reflect at all that game, because Brighton looked good in that game and they had chances. They didn't take the chances, and we ended up beating them 3-1. But it didn't reflect it at all. They looked good. And Brighton just genuinely do play good football. They do play good football. They want to keep hold of the ball. We're going to have to allow them to have a little bit of possession, because that's the way it is. But I still back us. I still heavily back us, to be honest. But I don't think it's going to be an easy game. But I think City will get the win, definitely. Etihad's a fortress, isn't it? That's what we've got to think.
The Etihad has to be a fortress. I think we've learned that from our title-winning seasons, that if you want to give yourself the best chance at winning the Premier League, you got to make your home ground miserable for other clubs to come to. You want them to feel defeated for the team bus. That's what the vibe they should have coming to the Etihad, and we have the capacity to do so. But the thing with Brighton is, particularly under De Zerbi, they're a ballsy team. They're a really ballsy team. Like they will come out and have a go. Brighton will not do maybe what Sheffield United did and sit back and try and grind out a draw or grind out a win if possible. Brighton with De Zerbi will come out fearless football, and they'll go toe to toe. And that's why I said it's a mixed bag. It's high risk, high reward. You could have a situation whereby we get caught cold, and them coming toe to toe with us means they get one over us, or else they could absolutely slap for 6 if City are in the mood. But Brighton have the players that if they do want to go toe to toe, they can do it. They're a pacey team, and I've got massive admiration for De Zerbi, and it's quite clear, bro, that Pep does too. I don't know. Did you see the
when I did the
reports?
Because I did the press conference. You're actually in there. He's talking about a lot how De Zerbi, and he's saying that he's already said that he's the man. He will be a Man City manager at one point. I think he'd be good at City. I think it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult replacing Pep as it goes. But De Zerbi plays good football, and he has the same mentality as Pep has. He plays his way. He doesn't care. It don't matter who you put in front of him. He will play his way because he believes that in his style of football. And he might get battered. You know what I mean? Like Aston Villa beat him 6-1, but best believe in the next game he'll carry on playing the exact same way because he believes in it.
You do a poll in the chat, bro, and see what people are saying. De Zerbi for next City manager, yes or no? Because I'd like to know what the kind of common consent. I don't know. Did you do that this morning? Possibly, or am I late?
No. I asked in the chat. There are a few people like, yeah, it was a bit mixed. I'll do it again now though.
Chat. Porty's going to put a poll in the chat for would you take, or he'll word it whatever way he wants, but basically, would you take De Zerbi as the next Manchester City manager? Yes or no, and you can vote in that. I think it's an interesting one because when you're talking about taking over from one of the most successful managers in world football history, in Pep Guardiola, you're talking about filling one of the biggest boots. And De Zerbi obviously doesn't have the medals or trophies to back that up or to back himself up in that conversation. But you guys will know, if you pay attention to what the clubs say about these kind of things regularly, is that they put a huge amount of emphasis on priority in style of play and maintaining an attractive football style of play. And it's quite clear that if we were to go from Pep to De Zerbi, it wouldn't be too much of a transition for the squad and for the club culture-wise to go from playing Pep's football to De Zerbi football. It's both high-octane, possession-based, attacking football. Like, Cheeky and Caldoun and these guys, they would not go from Pep to Conte or Pep to Simeone because you're talking about two completely different styles of football.
Transition styles, yeah.
Exactly. And since this board have come in, they've always been consistent with the fact that they want to play attractive football. De Zerbi does fit that bill. Whatever he doesn't make up for in trophies, he does have the attractive football, and he's done it with very little resources. I'm not saying he's my prime candidate, but it's quite clear that Pep's going to have an influence over who does succeed him, and Pep feels, or he's making it public anyway, that he thinks De Zerbi could be that guy. So I think it's an interesting one. Who's going to succeed Pep?
Yeah, there is 44 votes in it now, and it's 78%, 79% of people have gone for yes. 21% of people saying no. So a lot of people are liking the idea of getting De Zerbi in as the next manager.
We're gonna have a down period whenever Pep leaves.
Oh, without a doubt.
Hopefully, it's not anytime soon, but you have to probably anticipate and be prepared for when Pep leaves that there will be a drop off in terms of trophy flow. You know what I mean? We're going to have possibly seasons where we win nothing. Oh, shock. I know. It's mental. But it's all for, longer term success once again. You're once again going from the ground up sort of thing. Obviously, there's a good infrastructure there, but you're allowing a manager to come in and stamp his own authority. You don't want it to be like when David Moyes took over from Sir Alex Ferguson. Yeah. Everyone was like, you must go and win Premier League straight away. The pressure was too high. He couldn't handle it, and he was out the door, still with a 6-year contract, collecting cash. Happy days for David Moyes. But that's just what we have to get used to. We're not going to get a manager who's going to come in and win us the treble. or Centurions in his first couple of seasons.
I'm hoping that we give the next manager after Pep time, because I mean you can see like using United as example there. They've been through so many different managers and stuff. Chelsea, they've been through so many managers. I don't want us to fall into that trap of just revolving. Like obviously we've had Pep now for 7 or 8 years. I want that to. It'd be nice. Obviously, it's an ideal world, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And that's always nice, but it doesn't usually go like that. But it'd be nice to just get someone in and give them the time to gel with the squad. Do you know what I mean? And get it playing the way that they want it to do, not the way of just if things aren't going right, then bin them off, get someone else. There's already talks today about Man United sacking Ten Hag, and going for Carlo Ancelotti.
Wow.
So like,
Don Carlo, please don't go there. I respect Carlo.
I like Carlo Ancelotti. I thought Ancelotti was going to become the Brazil manager.
I hope he does. I want him to. I'd like to think, that he's a smarter man than to go to that poison chalice that's Old Trafford right now. I think he's too much credit in the bank. He's too well established. He's too highly regarded to go there and risk a huge amount of. You don't want that black mark on your CV when you don't need it. He's won, I think, 5 Champions Leagues. You know what I mean? Just chill out, Don Carlo, and stay in Madrid or go to Brazil.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Lavi, I thought the same thing. Yeah, Terrell says Carlo's going to Brazil. Yeah, so maybe I just seen rumors today about it. I seen a few people saying about Carlo Ancelotti to United. So maybe they're going to try and hijack it or something. But yeah, it's not a thing, man. It's not a thing. I think he'll end up at Brazil.
Good. He needs to stay there. But listen, the thing with our manager is, as long as we have the same board that we have now, I have faith that we'll make the right decisions. And I think you're right that it seems to be, or my understanding is that the managers that you give time and a process to, even though we don't really like that word, they seem to do better in the long run than those managers that you bring in and demand instant success. Like how many managers did Chelsea go through over the years? How many managers have United gone through over the years? How many managers have Spurs gone through over the years, even though they all won fuck all apart from Chelsea? So process. But anyway, we'll move back on to our game with Brighton. I was asking Ben on the Opposition Fan View who to look out for. He says they have a centre-back. His name slips my mind, who he thinks could do a good job on Haaland. They obviously have Ferguson, big young Irish prospect. I'm hoping he doesn't do the job against us tomorrow, but I do rate him very highly. You got Matoma. There's loads of others that are slipping my mind. And Pascal Gross is still there, isn't he? Brighton squad.
Yeah, they've got
like
they've got a good side, Brighton. You know, they haven't got a good side. They got
Ansu Fati.
Ansu Fati, yeah, forgot about him. Forgot about Ansu Fati. What's is Estupiñán available or what?
Someone in the chat man, is Estupiñán available now?
I've just checked because I've literally just gone on the last fixture against Liverpool and Estupiñán wasn't playing in that game. So unless he got
Solly March, yeah, Adam Lallana,
yeah,
Billy Gilmore, James Milner, and Enciso. Oh, Enciso, how did I forget Enciso, man? He's a baller. Yeah,
Enciso's sick. Enciso is sick.
They have the.
Oh, they've got João Pedro now, haven't they? They got João Pedro. I forgot they got him.
We played against a team on Pro Clubs the other night called João Pedro, didn't we?
Did we? I never check the names anymore.
Ansu Fati is done. He says shit, not available. No, Estupiñán's not available then, according to most people in the chat. But
I think he got a knock. Okay.
Right, listen, they're still a very good team. And I think all of you in the chat who are honest, you'll admit Brighton are a very good team and they're not one we can overlook. And I know sometimes some of you give out to me for saying we can't overlook teams. You think I should just say, we'll blitz everyone all the time. But Brighton does not fall into that category. You do have to give Brighton their respect. They've beaten Man United away this season. They've drawn with Liverpool. They've beaten Newcastle. They've had a couple big results this season. And then they've had 2 draws in the Europa League, and then they've had a couple of shaky ones too. So, like I said, they're a mixed bag. They could be absolutely fantastic. But from a City perspective, bro, I think the word that keeps coming to my mind is redemption, but it's not redemption. It's about rhythm. It's about getting back into rhythm and just getting back on the W sheet, I suppose, just getting that good feel factor back. And I think a good performance would be so refreshing for everybody to see. Just to see that prime City football again, that everyone can go, yeah, this is what we're about.
A bit of free-flowing City wouldn't go amiss, would it? Do you know what I mean? We've had a couple of difficult watches. The Arsenal game was a horrendous match to watch. A neutral would look at that and probably fall asleep like it was a dead game. And I'm not just saying that because we lost in it. I'm not sorry about it anymore. But the Wolves game again, another dead performance. Really, like it's just we're witnessing these dry games at the moment. It'd be nicer to see a little bit of free flowing City again. And I think this could be it. Like I seen a stat. I got it up a minute ago as well. Oh yeah, there you go. There's been 37 goals scored in Brighton's league fixtures this season. 21 for and 16 against. That's the second most of any side in England, in Europe's Big Five leagues. That's so there's the most. They got the second most goals in Brighton's games in the top
so
five leagues.
Essentially,
So the big games, man. So hopefully City can run right with that. Do you know what I mean? I'm hopefully not like a fucking 4-3 or 3-2 or something like that, because I've been sweating on that. But hopefully City can get them, and I think having like players like Doku and stuff like that, I think will help along the way with that. I think it's important to get them players.
I think
back.
all the ingredients are there for City to drop a great performance.
I agree.
I think John Stones' return, he did a decent job. He played a good hour of football against Italy for England the other night. I was kind of sitting there biting my nails saying, when's his hamstring going to go or when's his knee going to go? But he survived. So that's 60 minutes under his belt. He should be that bit sharper. Rodri was playing for Spain. I want a big performance from Rodri, because as much as I did say on my fan cams and my reviews and throughout all those games he was suspended, that I give him leeway for the fact that he's been so good for 2 years and so consistent that, look, it's a human mistake. It's human nature. It is what it is. But still look at the fine fundamentals of that. He did let us down. So it's time for him to come back and be seriously good. He needs to run that midfield again. He needs to show what we're missing and prove to everyone that he is that guy.
It's crazy, right, when you think about the difference in the City side when Rodri's in and Rodri's out. Like, it's so night and day.
It's chalk and cheese.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild. So that's the biggest positive, really, going into this weekend, is that we've got Rodri back now. Now, I mean, like, I'm touching wood in that. I mean, don't get injured or get no red cards in this game, please. That would be just horrendous if he came back and then just got injured straight away. But but I back him, man. I back him to do bits, and I feel like he'll have learned from this a lot. Because it would have been very frustrating for him to sit out them 3 games and experience 3 losses. Do you know what I mean? Like that's difficult for him to just sit on the sideline like that. So
no, of course. And the thing for him is he would know that those 3 losses would have been heavily influenced by his absence.
Yeah, definitely. Because he has to know how good he is. Like the guy's the best midfielder in the world right now.
Yeah, and look, it's not even just a case of what he does himself when he's on the ball or the positions he takes up. It's the psychological impact his presence has on the rest of the team. You look at him when he's playing in that defensive midfield role and he's going up and down the pitch. Ruben Diaz, Akanji, Stones, whoever's behind him, they all feel so much more comfortable because, like, right, Rodri's there. He's going to get in the right spaces. He's going to cover me if I need it. The attackers, it all connects better. The chemistry, the green links, you know what I mean? They're all more visible when Rodri's there. Everything just flows and moves more confidently, more fluently. It's all fluid. It's all nice. So John Stones, Terrell in the chat says, John Stones coming back. If he can find his top form sometime soon again, that's huge. So Johnny Stones finding form, Rodri finding form, and some of these creative fuckers, man, these creative guys need to step up and start finding the big man. There's too many people online these days putting disrespect and strays on Erling Haaland. I'm seeing the absolutely crazy takes on Erling Haaland. And these people don't understand that this guy, he did not come in to be a Harry Kane. He was never meant to drop deep and spray passes and do step overs and be creative. It's a simple case for him of give him service. He will more often than not find the back of the net. Wolves and Arsenal, he didn't get any service. Simple as. So there's pressure and responsibility on your Fodens, on your Alvarez's, on your Grealishes, on your Dokus and Bernardo's. There's enough players there with enough quality to find this guy, put crosses in the box. If you see his goals, bro, against or for Norway, both of them, just crosses into the box. The guy picks up space. He knows where to be when a ball comes in the box, whether it's a breaking ball and he anticipates the breaking of it, or else he's first man to get the ball. He's a master at doing this. So I don't want to see Kyle Walker bombing up the right wing and then turning back and giving it to Nunez or someone behind him. Start banging it in. Look for the big man. Yeah. Simples, man.
I think you got to look at the situation as well. Like, it is majorly down to the fact that he's not getting the service, which is frustrating. It must be frustrating for him anyway. I don't think he's been found out, as Terrell said. I don't think he's been found out. I just think he's not getting that service that we're used to him getting, kind of thing, or we need him to be getting. And I think he does definitely need to start putting away some chances. When we so many times that we've been looking at it saying that he's broken. So many times we keep saying that Haaland, he needs his update. Do you know what I mean? When he's missing like these chances and that. So I don't think he's been found out. I do think he'll bounce back. I think he knows that he needs to like take his chances when they do come to him. Obviously, because they're very far and few between right now. But also, like you say, the massive weight should be on these creative midfielders' shoulders. It's up to them to find Erling Haaland. They're the ones that have to play him in. Like, he can't do it all himself. He's there to score goals. He ain't the guy who's going to drop deep and then take every man on and then go and score a worldie. Do you know what I mean? Every game. That's not
nonsense.
him.
I'm looking at Phil Foden predominantly here, bro. I can't lie. I know we're all we sometimes tiptoe around criticism of Phil Foden, and this isn't me criticizing him either, by the way. This is just me saying I expect more. This guy has trained and played with the best players we have had during the Pep Guardiola era. He's grown into the team nicely. He's established himself in the team, just not a position yet. Pep's decided to deploy him as a midfielder this season. That's with the idea of him being a creative force. Kevin De Bruyne, with injury, he was the chief creator. It's no coincidence Phil Foden was put in there. It was to be creative. So Phil Foden needs to be able to find Erling Haaland. He needs to be able to thread passes, use his vision, or put it in crosses. It's simple as. We need Phil Foden to be a chief creator. And that's bottom line. And I'm ready. I believe he has it in him. Trust me, I wouldn't be saying this if I didn't feel he did. I don't think Kovacic does. So I wouldn't be saying about Kovacic. I wouldn't put the pressure on Kovacic to be, you're the chief creator now, Matteo. No, Phil Foden has the ability to do it. So I want to see it. So I'm looking at him saying, games like tomorrow, games like Arsenal a couple of weeks ago, you should have done it, you didn't do it, it is what it is. But tomorrow, come out, whether you're on the right wing or midfield, and just be creative. You know what I mean? It's simple as. So it's one of those ones, man. I'm looking at the creative players saying, if we can get the creative players ticking and linking up with Haaland, we'll beat anybody. I believe that we'll beat anybody.
I agree. I agree. I think hopefully that's the case tomorrow. Now I have some rumors, bro. I have rumors.
Maybe.
No, we're not telling the chat them ones. Right. So FPL Main Road on Twitter usually does say stuff about the City team and stuff like that. Has said could be a couple of surprises tomorrow for City. Unsure who yet. Not Hugh. Who? Unsure.
They are about me.
Unsure who. It is about you. Unsure who yet. And then in brackets is not attackers. So a couple of surprises for tomorrow for City.
What surprise could it possibly be?
Rico Lewis, left back.
It's not a surprise though, is it?
No, that's what I mean. No. He'll start Rodri, definitely. So that's... Unless he's counting them as surprises, like Stones and Rodri start. That's a surprise. Like, that's not a surprise, is it?
I think he's chatting shit, man. I don't know what surprise it could be. Unless it's Kevin De Bruyne starts the game. I won't be surprised by anything.
Yeah, we have a fully fit squad. How can there be any surprises? Unless Oscar Bob starts. But he's not attacker. No attackers. So, midfield-wise, backwards...
Got Carson.
Ortega in net. Imagine.
Nah. Ederson.
But Ederson's been too good. Ederson's been too good.
I don't think he was great for Brazil over the break. Nah, he won't drop Ederson. That's not happen. I don't know. I think he's chatting shit.
Yeah.
If you're watching the stream, Main Road 9320, whatever your name is, DM me with the information.
Yeah, and, give us info. We won't leak it. Promise. Maybe
Calvin Phillips.
Still on about Calvin. Maybe Calvin. Did you see Calvin Phillips's quotes as well? He's definitely resigned to leaving in January.
Bro, he's gone. He's mentally checked out.
Yeah, he's checked
as far as I'm concerned. You don't say things like that unless you know you're doing it.
He's opening the door right now for it, so he's definitely gone. And Pep as well basically backed it. So.
And he's also gathering interest from other clubs by him making these thoughts public.
Because then other people go, ooh, he's available.
Yeah. Listen, speaking of surprises, we may as well See, can we think of any surprises and get on to... have you got the predicted 11 graphic, yeah?
Yeah.
Boozing, predicted 11. Chat, listen, there's 160 of you in the building, only 80 likes. Do me a favor and get the likes well up over 100. Just smash the like button. It's free to do. And subscribe if you're new around here, myself and Jody Putty. We're about 20 subscribers off 83k. So if you're not subscribed, help us get to 83k. But yeah, like the stream, it's free to do. And do get involved in our predicted starting 11. As always, we want to know your thoughts on who should and will play tomorrow afternoon against Brighton. So yeah, let's all get involved.
Predicted. Yeah. So obviously Edison in net, innit? That's the easy one to start with. So back four wise, honestly, I want John Stones back in straight away.
I was going to say John Stones right back.
Oh, would you?
Yeah, I dropped bro. Kyle Walker is so useless going forward. It's actually doing my head in. I think defensively, Kyle Walker, you can't argue with the guy. But in terms of effectiveness going forward, he may as well not be there. At least John Stones has got the footballing ability to link passes.
I think I'd have Walker, Stones, Diaz, Vardiel, and then Stones can push forward and help Rodri. It basically becomes a back three of Vardiel, Stones, and Walker. But the way that we've seen Walker recently, he has been doing the overlap thing and basically playing right wing mode. But I'm hoping that we change.
I'm cool with Walker being there as long as he stays back in a back three in a defensive side of things. I'm sick of watching Walker bomb up the pitch.
Right wing Walker ain't it?
Nah.
Right wing Walker ain't it? Like that's basically what we're doing. Walker push out to right wing. Whoever we think is going to be playing right wing, whether it's Bernardo or Foden, will invert and basically play midfielder. Mm-hmm. And yeah, Walker against Matoma as well. That's a good shout, that. Matoma playing, I'd definitely play Walker.
All right, so what's your back four that you wanted to go with then? Diaz?
Walker, Stones, Diaz, Vardiel.
Would that be the first time ever we saw that back four? I think it would.
I think so, yeah, because honestly, when we try and find pictures of John Stones, he just doesn't exist because he's been injured.
Yeah, fuck it. Run that back four just for chaos.
I rate it, I rate that back four. That's a sick back four. Walker, Stones, Diaz, and Vardiol. That's a mega back four. That is the Great Wall of Manchester.
It is.
That is it.
It's just they haven't played together. It's the first time the wall is never going to be erected.
Yeah.
It's the first time the wall is being erected.
Yeah, they're putting it to the test. The scaffolding's not even down yet. Yeah.
Chat, man. Chat, is that a W back four in your opinion? Let us know in the chat. W back four. I assume you think Rodri's shooing straight away, yeah?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Mm.
Then
so Rodri. This is where it gets tricky, brother. This is where it gets tricky.
I think Alvarez has to start. He's been our most creative player.
He's
been our most creative player. I think it's going to be Kovacic and Alvarez.
I don't know.
Kovacic,
Chat, help us out here.
Alvarez, you know what I'm saying? Come on, chat, help us out, innit?
See, the thing is, I think, Alvarez, put him in, and it's going to be either Kovacic or Nunes. I want Phil Foden to go back out into the wing.
Yeah, Alvarez and Kovacic just makes sense. I know Kovacic has been a bit stinky recently, but I think that's the one that makes the most sense. And then, I guess front three is really easy, isn't it? Well, for me it is. Anyway, Doku, Haaland, Foden.
Nah, Grealish, Haaland, Foden for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yes,
I think Grealish, Haaland, Foden is the best front three we have. I said that all last year. I still think it is.
I just think Doku offers something it is.
I think
chaos.
Doku, come on, man. Doku, come on with 25 minutes to go when the Brighton defense is tired and just roast them. Like, I think we were really missing Grealish in like the Arsenal game and that, just for general ball control. Because there's times at Arsenal game where we just couldn't keep the ball.
Yeah, true. That is true.
And Brighton will want to keep the ball. They're not going to just sit back.
Yeah, you could be right with that.
I am right. I am.
We are forgetting that Bernardo Silva exists as well. Yeah, you are right.
This is true.
But I don't know where you play him.
I wouldn't mind, an Alvarez Bernardo midfield.
I was just thinking that. Does Kovacic just make way because he's been stinking it up a little bit? Do we have
it, man.
Rodri, Bernardo
Alvarez midfield. Who says no? Who says no to Bernardo Alvarez midfield? Except for Pep before someone says Pep.
Or do you have Bernardo as right winger and Foden midfield? No, you don't do that. I feel like that's a bit too much with Alvarez and Foden midfield. With Bernardo, you do get he drops back a little bit and helps out.
See, with Bernardo, because Brighton are a ball possession team as well. And Bernardo's going to have that energy to press them and keep the ball as well. He won't lose the ball.
I think Bernardo...
I think you got Harry Briggs in the chat's right. I think you got to take Phil Foden out of the midfield.
Yeah, I think Foden plays definitely, but I think he plays right wing. I think Foden goes there. So
put Foden right wing and put Haaland up top as well.
Haaland up top. And then this is where Kovacic out. I'm with you, bro. I'm saying Kovacic out, Bernardo in.
I like that, bro.
I'm a fan of that.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
Yeah. Then it's basically the left wing spot is the only one that's up for grabs. I'm the one. I say Doku because I want just because I'm gassed about Doku, innit? And he's an exciting player. You say Grealish, and I think I can understand the reasoning behind Grealish. Your reasoning for Grealish makes more sense than my reasoning for Doku because mine is just the excitement factor. Yours is like actual control of the ball, which is something that City will need because we're gonna have to share the possession basically for once. And then Grealish will help out with that. Also, what you got to think is Haaland scores. This is statistically correct. Haaland scores most of his goals with Grealish on the pitch. So
I like that,
and we need Haaland to start scoring again.
I'd start Grealish, man, personally, but I can understand the Doku shit as well.
I'm happy. I'm happy for Grealish. I'm happy for Grealish.
Do you want to leave it to the chat, man? Do you want to put a poll in there? The last poll just ended.
Hang on, Grealish or Doku.
Left wing, Grealish or Doku. I'm happy to go with either, but I would give Grealish the chance this time. Yeah,
I think I'm warming to the idea of the Grealish one. It's been a difficult year so far for Grealish. Like the start of the season hasn't been great for him. He's not really had too much of a chance. Obviously, I know he got injured in that. And then Doku, the way that he stepped in and excited a lot of fans, everyone kind of now expects that from Grealish. But they are two different kind of players. That's what people have to remember. These two players aren't built the same. They're not made to do the same job. Pep will deploy these players for different games because of what he will, from what he'll want from the game.
Yeah. I suppose while we're waiting for that poll to come in, we could probably do our score predictions and have the chat give theirs too.
Yeah.
Because I want to go watch the Bows match, respectfully.
Yeah. So, whilst you're all voting on the poll, make sure you vote in the chat, innit? Score prediction wise, I said there's bare goals in this game. There's definitely going to be bare goals in this game. There have been 37 goals in Brighton's fixtures this season.
You say there'll be 37 goals in this game tomorrow.
Imagine. I'm going to say 4-1 City.
Ooh.
Which is that's high for me. That is high. That's not me being disrespectful. I'm saying 4-1 City because I think if we can get my initial thought was 3-1, but then I'm thinking if it's at 3-1, I reckon we will make it 4.
So you're saying 4-1?
4-1 City, yeah.
I rate that, man. Chat, like the stream if you're back on Manchester City win tomorrow. We're 3 likes off 100. Johnny Putty says 4-1. I'm going to say 3-1.
Yeah.
3-1, man. Yeah, I'm going to say 3-1. And I reckon Haaland's got a little something for Brighton tomorrow. I think we've been waiting for Haaland to unload the clip, man. To unload his clip on someone. He's been slipping a bit. Or not, he's not been slipping, but the team has. And I think tomorrow is when we will see it click, those green links go, and then Haaland.
Yeah.
Haaland gets found, man. So, I'm going to go 3-1.
Haaland packaged it up, bro. He's packaged it up and he's ready from tomorrow, innit? Haaland's got a gift.
He's going to unload that clip and spray it everywhere. Pause.
Pause.
In terms of the left wing, there's 64 votes. We'll give it another. It's 40 minutes now. We'll give it till 42. So get your votes in. There's still 180 in the building. Only 65 votes in the poll in the chat. 64% so far for Grealish. So have your say on the left winger spot, because that's the one we can't come to a conclusion on. But yeah, I said 3-1. Jody Purdy says 4-1. I think everybody in the chat's kind of backing a City win, which is good. You're doing a watch along tomorrow, bro, aren't you?
Yes. Watch on tomorrow. Can't wait. It's exciting times. I'm actually gasped for it to be back. I'm just buzzing for football, isn't it? Buzzing to watch football again. Also, then later on tomorrow is Arsenal Chelsea as well, which is a big game. So looking forward to that.
There's like 10 hours straight of football. You got Merseyside Derby 12:30.
Oh shit! Is that? Wow! What a day! What a day! Yeah. That's a sick day of football. That.
Yeah.
What a day, man.
So yeah, tomorrow's a big day of football, but all we really care about is.
All we care about is City.
I won't be at the game. It's a relative's birthday, so I promised I'd go to that in the evening. So, unfortunately, no vlog or fan cam. But the good news is your boy will be in the swamp next week. Stinking a piss. Old Trafford away.
Make sure you don't wear no expensive trainers, bro. Innit?
Nah, I won't be wearing my Jordan 4s because there'll be Jordan piss 4s after that.
Yeah.
I got 2 tickets for United away, so there'll be a vlog pending safety. Harry Briggsy knows what I'm talking about. There'll be fan cams, but I'll definitely do a review outside the stadium as well. So I'm looking forward to United away. Next week's a big week of content and football. Young boys away. So tomorrow, huge game. Get that out of the way with a win and a good performance, and then we can really turn our attention to the Champions League and the Manchester Derby next week. So I'm really looking forward to it. We'll end the poll there. Jack Grealish.
Grealish is the one. Grealish gets the spot. Which I'm fine for. I feel like I just backed out on the Doku thing, but it did make a lot more sense. My Doku shout was for excitement, not for football brain mode.
I think he will come on, Doku. I think he will come on at some point.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I always say, you can appreciate 2 players at once, and they can both have a positive impact in the same game. I said that in the Big Steve show. He agreed with me. They can both positively impact the same fixture, and hopefully we see that tomorrow and in the future. You gonna say something?
No, I was just going to say that should predict 11. That's all I was going to say.
I think it's a good team. I think it's a strong team. To see John Stones and Rodri back there, I love Guardiola, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing how he continues to develop. I think he's been a great addition to our squad. So listen, if that's the team that takes the pitch tomorrow, or if it's near the team that takes the pitch tomorrow, I will be very excited. Everybody in the chat seems to be very excited. Jody Purdy will be live tomorrow for the watch along at 2:30.
2:30, yes. 2:30.
2:30. Go and join Jody Purdy, man. It's scheduled now. The watch along is scheduled on YouTube on the channel now. So go over, hit the like nice and early, get the numbers up nice and early. Join him at 2:30. This was a quick preview, but 40 minutes. Smash a like on this if you haven't done so already. If you're watching on playback, let us know your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we said. Zerbi, new City manager, who knows? The predicted 11, Grealish, Doku, all that good stuff. And subscribe if you're new around here. And Mr. Purdy will see you tomorrow at 2:30. Set your alarms. See you in a bit.